as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
They'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
45-yard.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Taken down.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
Aftershocks, nothing.
The kickoff kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
2 yards. And it's
3rd shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
7 yards.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
But a nice 13-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now back out comes the offense. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And he slings one that's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 7.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
37.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. 5-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
It's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
Shots, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
5-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 74 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. It's going the other way. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-man. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
About 6-7 yards. And it's
Well, someone's been up to the